So you mentioned Orton Gillingham-based programs and how
Sure.
they are based in the science of reading. And as a reading specialist, as a dyslexia specialist, I would like you to speak to this.
Uh-huh.
So we know that there was a meta-analysis a couple years ago on
Uh-huh.
Orton Gillingham-based programs that showed overall they were not contributing to statistically significant changes
Uh-huh.
in reading
Uh-huh.
fluency. And on the research on ReadRx, the LearningRx reading intervention program, has shown anywhere from 4.1 years to 5.8 year gains in
Uh-huh.
24 weeks. Statistically significant changes across
Right.
all of those different reading skills and all of the cognitive skills tested for thousands and thousands of research participants. What do you think the difference is? Why has ReadRx shown statistically significant changes and Orton Gillingham-based programs in that meta-analysis did not?
Because it's the foundational approach. Okay. So note, this is the whole reason why I opened a LearningRx franchise. Okay. So go back and look. I had delivered Orton Gillingham and I saw two steps forward, one step back constantly for 20 plus years. Okay. And that was my biggest frustration is we're not moving the needle. Why are we not moving the needle with these kids? And it's because foundationally, the weaknesses are there of processing speed and memory and problem solving and that executive function and all of the core cognitive skills were not being changed. And it can change the auditory processing. But if the memory is poor, then you can't measure that change in auditory processing because it's two steps forward, one step back, right? So even though the child may learn the sounds, you spend 2 years trying to learn the sounds and trying to link those sounds, and then you may not get the full measure of what that child potentially could do if you had addressed the memory weakness, the processing weakness. And we know, like with dyslexics and children who struggle with reading, they have these developmental language issues. That's what dyslexia means. Dyslexia means broken language. And the majority of the people who go to interventions and reading like this are doing this because there is a deficit in the learning process. There is a weakness in the reading process. Okay. And so if you never address the underlying, it's like trying to lay asphalt over big old potholes in your road. So it may look like it's working for a while, but drive on it for a minute and it's going to break the asphalt right back up. In a year or so from now, it's going to look exactly like it did before.